Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Anime Ramble. Today I got for you My Hero Academia chapter 327. What is going on? Well, I mean, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and play this clip for you because let me just play this clip for you. I really want from this man, Midoriya, because he's giving me everything and then some. Only thing I want for him at this point, please get a shower. First and foremost, get a shower. I don't care if you're bleeding in the shower. Wash your ass. Alright, that's first. Second, stitches. He needs stitches immediately, alright? Give him the best medical treatment you could possibly find. He's gonna need a proper meal. I knew they were going to take his funky ass straight to the bathroom for a shower. There's no way, and I'm so glad Hirokoshi is realistic. I don't care who you are. If I have to come get you and for whatever reason you're funky, I'm turning the car around. I don't care how far out we are. If we're too far to get back to a house, I'm gonna go to a hotel. You are not gonna be funky around me. He's been out for God knows how long, and his friends are true friends. They weren't playing none of that shit, alright? Preheat the water to 42 degrees Celsius. Stripped his ass down, yeeted his ass in, make sure to get soap, and make sure to lather it. That's important, and said sit the fuck there and don't move. Because I don't care who's coming to get you. I don't care. Shigaraki could show right now. He's not going to take you because you're funky. Alright, so we're going to wash your ass. Alright, that's the main thing. Wash your ass. Okay? Get every crease and crevice. Bakugo is sitting in the background. Now, if you thought he had changed for whatever reason, you are sadly mistaken. Don't take it as his apology that he gave as being fake, because I've talked about that before. The possibility of him giving a fake apology in order to calm Deku down. I never took it as that because in that moment it seemed genuinely sincere. Okay, he was genuinely sorry for how he treated him. But he says at this chapter that, look, I was sorry, I am sorry, but I still consider you and everybody else in this bathhouse a rival for the #1 spot. So regardless of any of that, I'm not going to take it easy on you. And then he slaps water in his face just for good measures, just so he knows, hey, I'm your friend, but you still ain't shit, and I'm going to be better than you. All of us need a friend that can sit us down when we acting stupid and say, look, any other time I'd agree with you. And this isn't your dumbest idea, but it's definitely top 5, okay? Actually, in retrospect, this might be Deku's dumbest idea that he has ever had. Yeah, actually, alright, I take that back. This is probably his stupidest idea that he's had thus far. But regardless of that, flash forward, they're out of the shower, they're out of the bath, everybody's squeaky clean, they're chilling in the lounge, they're just talking and catching up, really. But they start questioning Deku about the letter that he had left for them, because if you remember the last time they had ever spoke, Deku was leaving, he left a letter for everybody in Class 1A explaining the situation that happened, explaining how he got his quirk, and everything about it. So naturally they're curious and they start asking questions, but before Deku can even get a word out, Todoroki comes in and was like, look, that's not what we brought him back for. That's not why we risked our lives to go and save him, for y'all to just come in and start grilling this man after everything that he's been through. We brought him here so he can get a good night's rest and wash his ass and get prepared for any attack that might come through those doors, or in case they ever need to deploy again. Now in this moment, Todoroki walks in, and I'm gonna have the picture up for you. He is doing the anime sexy nigga, I just got out the shower, hair wash squeegee thing going on. I don't really know what to say. Mineta actually picks it up and is like, it's just this big comedy moment where he's like, are you really posing like that? Like, is that really how you walked in and chose to pose? And so Mineta, he's in the background while Todoroki's having this conversation. He's talking to people and he's like, hey, rate my pose. Shoto isn't bothered by any of this, okay? Just keep that in mind. But he informs all of us something very important. Endeavor, Hawks, Genie, none of the pro heroes are going to be at UA with them. Smart idea and a dumb idea at the same time, alright? The explanation that we get is because the presence of Endeavor would probably make the civilians there feel really uneasy, given the fact that the threat of Dabi is so imminent, okay? Dabi is clearly his son. Everybody knows he's his son. Everybody knows he has daddy issues and wants to take that revenge, and we the readers know that he didn't get that satisfaction of when he revealed his true identity to everybody. So he's coming back. We saw the flashbacks of Toga and Dabi in the previous chapter, so it's entirely possible that they might already be there and in waiting, or just on the outskirts of it. They might be getting the perimeter set up, they might be getting their last bit of strategies going. But nonetheless, Endeavor, he's not there for that reason, and really Shoto is in jeopardy of not being there, but he wants to be able to prove to everybody that he's changed. He's willing to show that, and he doesn't want to feel like it's really a curse being a part of that family, at least in my opinion. So Midoriya responds to Shoto, and even though he appreciates the fact that he wants him to get some sleep, Midoriya is not going to be able to get some sleep until he speaks with All Might. He feels terrible about how he left off that entire situation with him. He just walked away from him and basically said, "You can go, you're of no use here." It was really that moment that Deku went from like teetering on the edge to just completely falling over the cliff. He was just nosediving into an abyss of bad decision makings and regrets and things that he would regret later on, much like now, right? He says he can't get any sleep until All Might shows up, and just like that, All Might shows up, right? Just comes through the door, bursts through the door. We know from last chapter he just finished his meeting with Stain. He just got all of this information and he needs to pass it on. I want to say he's already passed it on by the end of this chapter, but he has to tell everybody, and this was just massive development for him, because ever since he's lost his powers, he's really been struggling to find a new identity for him. He's not able to help how he's previously been known to help, and to make matters worse, he was the best helper in the entire country. He was the #1 hero. So when you go from the #1 most useful, most requested hero to deflating to whatever you are now, this shell of your former self, not even able to hold a full transformation for more than a few seconds really, he's been trying his hardest to find some sort of value in a situation that is just terrible. I mean, if you just go back and think about it, none of this happened until after he retired, right? It was like, what, 6, 7, 8 months after his fight with All For One that the breakout in Tartarus actually occurred. So yeah, I'm sure he feels like a lot of the responsibility is on him, and him being able to do this, him taking the risk and going to meet with Stain, really gave validation and credibility to him, and it puts a smile on his face knowing that he's able to still help in such a profound way, because this is huge. This is massive. Nobody else, Endeavor says it at the end of the chapter, or maybe it was Hawk, somebody, one of them in the car, said the only way that Stain was going to give up that information is if he gave it directly to All Might. If All Might said like, nah, I can't run that risk, they would have never have gotten it. They could have tried to interrogate him, but Stain doesn't look like the type of person who's going to break from interrogation. So All Might, he definitely put himself out there. He did his thing. He brought the information back. He got it to Midoriya. He got it to Endeavor and Hawks. And as far as we know, Shigaraki and All For One are completely unaware that Stain has passed his information on. We don't know that. I can't confirm it. And to see Endeavor, to see Hawks, to see Genie making that move at the very end, and us learning that they essentially only have 1 month left. They had 2 months. They're down to 1 from examining the Nomu data that they had at the laboratory, and from discussing the growth rate of Shigaraki. They know that it's going to take that long before All For One can fully synchronize with Shigaraki, completely take him over. So that's all they got. That's all they got to search an entire country before shit absolutely hits the fan. That's the end of the chapter, but I am curious to see, with the mention of the foreign heroes coming in, when will they arrive? I hope they arrive next chapter. That would also give a little bit more time for Deku to get some more rest, to really take care of himself, to get some more meals, to wash himself again, okay? At the beginning of the chapter, I didn't mention it. I completely forgot. Bakugo says, like, you need to get an industrial scraper and scrape him down. It's not enough. The dirt is just sitting there because he's just been out for so long. But look, I'm not going to ramble on any further. I definitely want to see those foreign heroes pop up and see who they are. I'm just going to throw it out there again. I hope with the inclusion of the foreign heroes, we also get some development for Deku's father and his whereabouts, because at this point, the only place he could be is overseas. Overseas or in a prison somewhere. But that is all I have for you. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you are new, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. Let me know you rock with the content that I put out on the channel. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Comment on the video your thoughts about what you think is going on, how you think is going to happen. Are the foreign heroes coming in like 2 or 3 chapters? Deku's father, give your opinions on that. Subscribe if you're brand new, and like always, and until next time, I'm out.